no. Residential address in Washington. See, if you didn't change the actual height and weight on my driver's license, right? If you hadn't changed my name or the last known address, more than likely I could just go down to the driver's licensing bureau, yes, and I could get a state issued ID. Yeah, but I can't. See, I've informed you, yes, that the height and weight is different than my actual driver's license. Yeah. And I might not be able to get a new driver's license because of its expiration date of 2014. Right. But quite often, when you want to pay that $5 for a state issued ID so that you can vote, yes, he does. You would have thought, yes, that somebody in law enforcement would have protected my right to vote, yes, because of me being a male, yes, or a female. Poop! Now, this sex is known as gender. It doesn't mean heterosexuality or homosexuality for those that get confused about the various amendments of the United States Constitution. Now, Amendment number 19 requires the prosecution of all of those that have conspired, yes, to deny or abridge my right to vote. Yes, it does. And I'm going to sue every police officer right now for allowing for the Amendment 19 to be violated. Yes, because I do not have a state valid issued identification. Now, I will mention that I haven't paid the rent. For some reason, my rental assistance comes in at the end of the month instead of the beginning. Yes. So I haven't been able to get a state issued identification because nobody wants to enforce my right to vote. Yes. And I haven't been able to change my address so that I can fill this form out so I can vote in the next election. Now, if I did know when the rent was paid, then I would be able to say, well, I know they're going to pay the rent every month at the beginning of the month, but for some reason, somebody right now. Now, I am a citizen of the United States and I provided documentation to that effect. Yes. And I'm not serving in the military and I don't live outside the United States. Now, this is interesting because it says Washington driver's license permit or ID. Let's say you're 18. You didn't get your driver's license in high school. Now, you had to wait until you were an adult so you could do that yourselves. Yes. Or if you do not have a Washington driver's license, permit, or ID, you may use the last four digits of your social security number to register. Now, my last four digits of my social security number is 7988. Oh. Could you get me all of those that don't have a state issued ID, that don't have a driver's license, yes, that did not have a permit to drive because they were learning to drive after the age of 18 because they did not take driver's ed in high school? Yes, because it would seem to me,